welcome to today's On This Day in Tudor History. I'm Claire Ridgway and I'm author of this book, On This Day in Tudor History, which I'm going to actually read an excerpt to you today from this book. Okay, so 4th of June, and I'm taking you back to 1550 today. So whose reign is that? Any takers? A quiz question there. Of course, it's the reign of King Edward VI, son of King Henry VIII and Jane Seymour. On this day in history, the 4th of June 1550, some sources say the 5th, Robert Dudley married Amy Robsart at the Royal Palace of Sheen at Richmond near London. The marriage was attended by the then King Edward VI. Both Amy and Dudley were a few days short of their 18th birthdays when they got married, and the marriage was a love match, or a carnal marriage, as William Cecil described it, rather than an arranged union. The couple were sweethearts and very much in love, but it was not to be a happy marriage, and events conspired against them. Just 3 years after their wedding, Dudley was imprisoned in the Tower of London for his involvement in the brief reign of Lady Jane Grey, the wife of his brother Guildford. Amy was allowed to visit him, but he was imprisoned until October 1554, and when he was released, the couple had nothing to live on and had to depend on handouts from their families. The couple were again parted when Dudley went to fight for King Philip II of Spain, Mary I's husband, in 1557 at the Battle of St. Quentin in France. But there is no evidence at this point that the couple were anything other than happy. In the summer of 1558, they were looking for a home together in Norfolk, although events soon conspired against them again. In November 1558, Mary I died, and Elizabeth I, Dudley's childhood friend, became Queen of England. Elizabeth soon rewarded Dudley for his friendship and support by making him Master of the Horse. This role required him to be away from Amy at court and to spend most of his time with the Queen. Just 5 months later, ambassadors and diplomats were repeating the gossip that the Queen was in love with her favourite, Dudley, and that the couple were planning to marry after Amy's death. Amy had some malady in one of her breasts, probably breast cancer. Although Amy's health had improved enough for her to visit London in May 1559, she never saw her husband again and died on Sunday the 8th of September 1560 at Cumnor Place near Abingdon, her rented accommodation. Her death is rather a mystery. Her body was found at the foot of the stairs when her servants returned from their day out at the Abingdon Fair. And although a coroner ruled that Amy, being alone in a certain chamber, accidentally fell precipitously down, there were rumours and mutterings that Dudley and even the Queen had been poisoning Amy and had arranged her death. There is still controversy today over whether it was suicide, murder, or an accident. So that's what happened on this day in Tudor history, the 4th of June 1550. We have a love match, Robert Dudley marrying his sweetheart, Amy Robsart, but it was to end very sadly, and Amy's death was to cause a lot of trouble for Robert Dudley because of the mutterings about his alleged involvement in it. Now, I believe that either it was a tragic accident or possibly suicide. I do not believe that Dudley or the Queen had anything to do with poor Amy's death. But I'll give you links to read a bit more about what happened and Amy, because it is a very interesting Tudor mystery. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please do give it a like. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking around about there. You can hit the bell to be notified as well. But rest assured that I'll be here tomorrow with another On This Day in Tudor History event for you. Take care. Bye-bye.